I would tell someone what my mom told me. If you have a plan B, do it. But if you have the desire, do it. If it's in your heart, do it.
The following podcast is a Healthydoc production. Welcome to the Healthydoc podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Nigma Talib. I'm a leading naturopathic doctor now for over 20 years, and I've consulted thousands of patients with chronic illnesses. I've had clinics all over the world, and I have a #1 bestseller, Younger Skin Starts in the Gut. Listen, I know there's a lot of health information out there in the health and wellness world, and it can be a bit overwhelming. So I'm here to set the record straight and give you my expertise along with my expert guests here in studio in sunny Los Angeles.
I only take drugs with other people who take them on a regular basis because I don't have time for that.
A lot of chronic diseases stem from mitochondrial dysfunction.
Yes. And you know what I love talking about, right? Poop.
Yes. You can ask me about my poop?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about poop.
Okay, please.
This podcast is your go-to for achieving optimal wellness, from the best of beauty and longevity and everything in between, because after all, wellness comes from the inside out. Welcome back to the Healthydoc podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Nigma Talib. Tattoos, boxing, murals, and meditation. Today's guest blends all of them into one powerful message: healing through purpose. He was born in Baltimore and now is based in LA. He's a creative force using movement, mindset, and art to inspire and transform. From painting spiritual messages across the city to guiding clients through breath, discipline, and presence. In this episode, we're going to talk about how trauma can shape creativity and why movement is medicine and what it really means to live a purpose-driven life. Let's dive in with my personal trainer and boxing coach, Gift Davis.
Thank you.
What a gift to have you here,
Yes,
finally.
I know. Long time.
It's been a long time coming. I kept saying to you, like, I need you on my podcast.
Yeah,
so I'm
thanks
excited.
for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Well, what a gift it is to have you here.
Thank you.
Gift, what a name. I mean, were you born with that name? Or tell me about your journey with that name.
So, short story, it's not my birth name. It's the meaning of my birth name. My birth name is Dier, and when you're born, that's your first gift. And when you transition, it's your last gift. And I didn't know it until about 18 years old. I was at a red light, and this woman asked me my name. I said, Diera. She said, young man, are you saying your name wrong? I said, no, I know my name. I'm 18 years old. I know how to say my name.
Yeah.
And she said, I think you're saying your name wrong. And just like in the movies, how I like traveled back in the past, I had all these like past little moments. And she said, I think your name means gift. And from that day till today, I've been gift. So
Wow.
I threw it in Google. It said gift. Went home, called my mom. I was kind of upset. Like, wait, I've not even been saying my name wrong. My whole identity just was challenged in that moment. But I found a lot, and then I also like how you express tattoos, meditate, all these different chapters or sectors of my life. It like conjoined them in a balanced way for me, just with my name.
And that's so interesting because names are energy. And
Totally.
so from that moment on, from 18 onwards, you were like, I'm a gift.
I'm gift,
Hello,
yeah.
I can do everything. Is that what
Yes.
happened?
That's what happened. And then also think about who's your favorite superhero, maybe growing up as a kid.
Wonder Woman.
See that? So when you say Wonder Woman, she becomes Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
When somebody say Dr. Nigma, you become Dr. Nigma. So when somebody say gift, I became gift.
I mean, that's such a good energy meaning of a
So
name. And
yes.
you are really a gift.
Thank
you really
you,
are.
thank
If anyone lives after their name, it's you.
I live
so
my name.
You live by your name. You train people in boxing,
I did.
meditation, and yoga. I mean, that's like a dream team come true.
Good
Why all
combination.
of those? Like, how did you, like those three things, usually there are people in 3 different areas trained in that, but you do them all. And I've witnessed it. And that's why I love training with you, because I get
Yes.
to experience variety. And I feel like my body needs all those things.
All
I never
those
knew it
things, yeah.
needed.
So I started boxing around 5, 6 years old. Super masculine sport, super
Yes.
demanding of your energy, your time, your focus. My hands start working around my left hand, I had, radio nerve palsy, the radio nerve. Mm-hmm. So yoga helped me bring my hand back, which is a little more of a feminine. It can be masculine. You can do it all aggressive. But yin yoga, a little more just letting the body allowing versus force. So when I started putting those practices together for myself, other people noticed what was happening to my life, and they were like, "Can you teach me that?" And initially, I was like, "No, I'm not a trainer." I avoided that word. I'm like, "I'm not a trainer." That's like, it's like a bad word in some communities.
Yes.
Like, you don't want no trainer. Oh, and then for me, it was like, if you want muscles, just do muscle things. Do push-ups till you get muscles. Do squats till you get glutes. You know what I'm saying? And it never occurred to me the importance of communal accountability until I just allowed. And so really it's just the balance of those things. Boxing, yoga, meditation, and it's one we forgot, which is very important for me, similar in our practices, affirmations. So boxing, yoga, meditation, and affirmations, because what you say, what you get. Like I said, boxing a little more masculine, yoga a little more in the feminine, and then meditation, stillness, but don't be stagnant.
Let's talk about those affirmations, because whenever we're training, the first thing you'll say to me is like, "Have you said I love myself today?"
You said that, yeah.
And the first time the first time we ever met, you made me say that, it really felt uncomfortable. I was like,
"It will, yeah."
I was like, that is so weird. Okay.
And what was your answer? No?
I mean, my answer was yes, I love myself, but it just felt like, I kind of felt like narcissistic, like I love myself. Like it was just, but then it became practice, and it really made an impact on me, because it's the cliche that we say, you can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself.
Pour into my own cup, now I can overflow into others.
Right. And really loving yourself gives the best energy to somebody else.
Yes.
So if you really care about people that much, you love yourself. And I realized that, because I thought I was being selfish when I was saying that in a weird way.
Like you said, it feel kind of like selfish, narcissistic, more like me. But it's more of a, let me put my seatbelt on first, and now I can help you out. I can give from an open place. So yes, the affirmation is so important. Also, my mom is super tough at I remember I used to say can't a lot. I was born with asthma. So can't was my go-to word. Hey, can you take out the trash? I can't, my asthma. Can you go walk the dog? I can't. Did you do your homework? I couldn't, my asthma. So she always was like, can't don't live in this house. That was one of her affirmations. Can lives here, can't lives outside.
I love that. Yeah. I'm going to say that to everyone now going forward. If somebody says, I can't.
Yeah, can't lives outside.
Outside, not in the house. No. So why do you think, moving is so, it's a powerful tool. 100%. And for Americans listening out there, I know we're going to have people listening from all over the world. Yeah. But in particular, the United States of America, 28% of people admitted that they exercise. That was it.
That's it. Like a ball drop.
Can you change that, please? Can you say something right now that's going to change people's perspective?
Okay, let's shift it from 28 to 82.
Let's manifest it.
Beyond in addition to movement is medicine. Literally, if you start to work on your movement, the things that you desire will come closer and faster. So if I'm still, I always think about this. Somebody told me this years ago. You cannot get help on the couch. And what they meant by that was, say you need to go to work, your car is not working. You won't get a ride from here. You'll get a ride from movement. If you walk down the street and start waving at cars, you might see somebody but that movement will get you to what you desire. So if you think about, like I said, movement, if you work on this vessel, this vehicle, it'll just shift over into other areas of your life. So I think that's the first step. What do you want? That's attached to movement. That's attached to healing. That's attached to growth. So start with you. That's it. Start with you, and naturally those other desires will just they'll come to you. You don't have to even chase them anymore. you're going to start to attract. That movement will attract what you desire. So get up and move.
Yeah, and I've recently, shockingly, fallen in love with boxing. And
And you got so much better, literally. Like each time is like this like explode, the little emoji with the head exploding. That's how I feel. Because some people grasp it different ways and different times, but I'm like, I feel like you grasp a millimeter every time, and the hard part is keeping it. So that's the repetition part. Do it
I know,
again.
that made me feel so good. I was smiling ear to ear. And I really felt it. Like, I felt like I felt so confident after.
Yes.
And, we know that boxing has been shown to increase brain-derived neurotrophic factor,
100%.
which is a focus neuron in the brain.
Yes.
It's like a miracle go-to brain focus.
Yes,
and
yes.
I really noticed that I'm much more focused. Yes. And I'm like, I need to keep this up, because this boxing is, I never thought of myself as boxing. I actually laughed the first time somebody told me, oh, you need to try boxing. And I was like,
try
yeah.
boxing. You're like,
like
what?
in my mind, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm not
But
going
we
to do
think
that.
Black Eye, you think Mike Tyson.
Well, you think that you're not strong enough too,
Not
right?
strong,
You feel like
especially,
you feel like I'm going to look like an idiot. I'm going to look like how a girl punches, right? You know what I mean? And I do punch like a girl. I've changed a bit. I know the last time you told me you were very proud of me. So,
Yeah, super
and I know
proud.
you don't give out compliments that easily. So I was really, I was
know.
impressed by that. What do you see with boxing? And can you, I know you told me that boxing can be something somebody can do at all ages.
All ages, yes. And then what do I see? I feel like it's such a reflection of who you are. I always say, just like in yoga, they say who you are on the mat is who you are off the mat. And I feel like boxing, who you are in the ring, it is who you are out the ring. It's how you respond to pressure, change, challenges. It's an adaptive and forgiveness continuously. I feel like that's like the main, for me, it's like the main two ingredients that you don't see in boxing. It's continuous forgiveness and continuous adjustments. It's never going to be the same. Even if you throw the same punch, it still has to have the same integrity, the same length. And then I feel like boxing is just, it shows you who you are without speaking, or for someone else. Like I'm able to, like you said, I'm able to see different things in you through you boxing, and then you able to see different things about yourself through you boxing. So it's just, it's beyond just punching for me.
Oh yeah, it
beyond,
really it's a game changer, and it's been studied clinically. So it's definitely interesting. I want to share something that could literally slow down how you age, inside and out. Let's talk about hyperbaric oxygen therapy, or HBOT. You've probably heard of it being used for athletes or wound healing, but what you may not know is the latest research is showing powerful benefits for cellular regeneration, brain health, and even reversing some biological markers of aging. Hyperbaric chamber works where you breathe in oxygen at higher than normal pressure. This process stimulates your tissues with oxygen and beyond what your body can normally get in. That extra oxygen jumpstarts your cells, helps natural repair processes, reduces inflammation, and boosts collagen production. It even stimulates the growth of new blood vessels. Studies have shown improvements in telomere length, which are kind of like protective caps on your DNA that shorten as you age. Longer telomeres, that's linked to healthier aging. If you're feeling the effects of aging, maybe it's slower recovery, brain fog, or skin that's lost its luster and glow, hyperbaric oxygen might be a powerful tool to help you feel sharper, stronger, and more vibrant. Go to oxyhealth.com, that's OXYHEALTH.com, and type in discount code HealthyDoc10 for your first order. If you can you walk us, because it's very hard for me to explain to people when I tell them, what was Gift doing with you? We're not just having a cup of tea, I can tell you that. Walk us through our workout.
Okay. So we start with stillness with your eyes closed, connecting to your breath. I was born with asthma, like I explained, and it's few times in the day we live in a masculine world, like we know, where the moment you get up, you on to the day. Right to school, right to work, right to the bathroom, brush your teeth, right to the on Instagram. Like, right, you just write to your mission. And so I don't know how your day been. Sometimes I do, but 50 to 60% of the time, I'm just walking in kind of blind to a client. And so first step, stillness without stagnation. Pause, drop your phone, take everything out your pockets, be still. Just 3 deep breaths minimum. Some people depend on the goals or depend on their challenges. I'll sit for 10 minutes of just allowing, which helps them see inside. Just like a doctor, you get an x-ray because the doctor and you cannot see what's in. Closing your eyes, connecting to your subtle body, your inner body, allows you to see almost from the inside out. So we start with that 3 breaths minimum. Most of the time, yours is about 3 to 6. six breaths to kind of just get into your space. From there, we do a yin yoga, which is really anywhere from like 2 minutes to 10 minutes of holding a pose. So you really can get into your connective tissue, your fascia, like really, like I said, like go into a stretch versus just most people go to the gym. I'm done stretching, I'm ready to work out. So we really take about 15 minutes, 10 minutes to kind of, like I said, get into the stretches, get into the body. And then also, like, when you enter a room, what's the first thing you do? Cut the light on. So the yin yoga for me, it like cut my like awareness or my light on inside, and now my body can react outside. Second, we do fundamentals. The hardest thing to do most of the time is the boxing fundamentals. Walking through that simple once you get it, but like how, remember I said get into your boxing stance, you're like Gift. We're gonna have to start all over and brick by brick it. So I always, whether it's a pro boxer, a 5-year-old, a 90-year-old, I still kind of go through them same core fundamental principles. If it's anything to do with weight loss, trampoline. So that's what we always, anybody, weight loss or keeping your weight off, rebounding.
Let's talk about that.
Let's
go. Now that we're on the tramp, we're going to continue the program, but I want to talk about the trampoline because it really has changed my life. And I remember you made me buy a trampoline. Like, you sat here, and I was on Amazon, and I'm like, you're like, just pick any of them. And I'm like, which one? You're like, that one looks good. You go for it. And it really has changed my life. It really, because, the trampoline actually improves lymphatic drainage. It moves your muscle around.
100%.
It gets your circulation moving. Like, it is balance,
sleep, brain function, brain cognition, respiratory system. It literally helps digest your food. Like, you can go on and on. I forget the number, but it's like some number that's like 80 or something benefits to the body. And
digestion for sure, because 100%. We have a digestive system called peristaltic system, and what happens is that it sort of pushes the food through the intestines, and if you get a little help with some movement, it pushes it through and it takes the toll off the digestion. So I really noticed the difference from the trampoline, but like, I have to say, it's really tough for us women with boobs. I mean, someone's got to develop a bra that's going to hold these things in place. Like, are you finding women are having problems with that? Because
anybody with weight loss, I don't take them as a client without the trampoline.
Okay.
Because it's the number one homework when I'm there and when I'm not there, because results and transformation is the goal. Or you could just, like you said, like we said in the beginning, like just buy any trainer, or you could just YouTube how to lose weight or what to do. And so I'm like, if I'm entering your life, your space, and we're making this commitment for change, we need the right tools.
We're trampolining. Yeah, just create
all my clients have trampolines.
Okay, I love it. Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes hard on women because, I would say that's the only thing somebody needs to build something like a bra.
Bra.
Because everything's jiggling on that thing,
a rebounding bra. We're putting it in the universe.
Put it in the universe. Somebody create something and send me a message. What do you think about? Okay, so we'll continue on. So so then the next step is trampoline.
Minimum 3 minutes, which is a boxing round. Maximum 15 minutes. which will start to get those benefits that we talking about. It'll start to kind of house those benefits that, like I said, anywhere between that 3 to 15 minutes, depending on the goal. If the goal is weight loss, a little longer. If the goal is just, like I said, I have a client right now hers is just balance alone. So she do about 3-4 minutes just for balance. You don't want to lose no weight, but as we get older, like we know, balance start to get tested different ways. So for your session, so we'll do it for about 6 minutes, 3 to 6 minutes for your session. And then we go into strength and conditioning. And then we'll do 1 round of boxing. And then we'll take it right back home with that yin yoga. And then 30 seconds of stillness, 30 seconds to a minute of stillness. And that's an hour.
And that's it. Yeah, but go over the end, because there's something you do to me at the end that is major. It's vagal nerve reset.
Okay.
When I've got my legs up.
Yes. Okay, so you land on your back, your feet are up. So definitely say the term again.
Vagus nerve reset.
Vagus nerve reset.
And stimulation.
Definitely one of the reasons. But my main reason for the feet up is to allow, if you think about it, your spine is one in a session, like your spine is being pushed, your core, your back, everything is being like activated. So it's almost like all that movement, how do we let it absorb? Through stillness. So by putting your feet up, now your spine can completely decompress and relax. And then, so we'll do that. We'll really just, like I said, I'll choose a number anywhere between 3 and 6. So we'll, square breathing. We'll inhale for 3, hold the breath for 3, exhale for 3, and then relax for 3. And we'll just build that up for about a minute. And that literally, it's almost like you didn't have a session. Some people even said, like, I feel like I took a nap. Even though they just worked out for a whole hour, they'll be like, I feel like I just getting my day started. Just from that little reset, that little 1 minute, 60 seconds, roughly.
True wellness lives in the smallest details: the air you breathe, the water you wash with, and the surfaces you touch. That's why Koala Eco, with their beautiful botanical ranges for home, laundry, body, and even pets, is the only brand I trust. Elegant living without compromise. Visit koalaeco.com, that's KOALAECO.com, and use my code HealthyDoc15 for 15% off your first order. You're a man of many talents. Every time I talk to you, I see some of the paintings that you do. I've seen, I know you train with some of my really dear friends, Jay Shetty and Radhi Devlukia, and Deepika. I feel like you've got the entire Indian community in LA.
That's an ongoing joke. I know more Indian people than them. It's so funny.
You probably do. So, it's really amazing to see the transformation that you do in these, with different individuals. And we all have different body types and different goals and different expectations of what we need. Is there a client you've ever worked with where you're just like, this person, they have to do more than train? Like there's something. Have you ever worked at with a client you couldn't help?
I would say no. I I haven't worked with a client I couldn't help. I've worked with a client that the system needed to be shifted a little more than I thought in the beginning. Where I normally have, like I said, I have a blueprint. And I kind of changed the blueprint based on, like you said, the Constitution, where they coming from, where they at currently, and then where they headed. I always ask, what's your mental and physical goals? Why are you here? And then my favorite, like you brought up Roddy, I'm like, why'd you call me? You could call any trainer. You got your probably in your phone book, you probably got like 20 trainers. Why me? And so I always think, if I'm the chosen trainer, we need to have results. We don't need to just have an hour of fun. We can do that on another time. If you're calling me for transformation, let's change. And so that's the first thing is like mentally, this is a principle I live on. The mind is capable, the body is capable with the mind's permission. My body's fully capable, but my mind needs to allow. So that would be the only thing. The system might need to change if the person's mind is not ready to change. So I've had a kid, without too many details, but the weight was, his weight was so excessive he couldn't wear shoes. And really changing his mentality, an hour I felt wasn't long enough. We had to do an hour and a half. The 12 minutes, 15 minutes on the trampoline wasn't long enough. We need 30 minutes. So I kind of had to elongate what we're doing, and then the beginning self-talk, how like you said, the affirmations that I love myself, we outside and we're yelling it. He's writing it on the paper like my mom used to have me do, literally doing the same thing in different areas so that it becomes a lifestyle eventually. It's not gonna become a lifestyle overnight, but literally like chiseling away at my best version in all these different sectors. So yes, never I felt I couldn't help anybody. It's just the how.
The how.
Be the
and
challenge.
the food is a really big part, Gift.
300%, yes.
You know, like you can train every day and
every
eat
day.
the wrong food, which I see
This is my
patients do a
kitchen.
lot, right? I mean, so I feel like that is like a really, how do you discuss that with your clients? Do you discuss food and diet? I mean, of course you do.
I do discuss with grace.
You've never done it with me.
A little with grace. not as excessive. But
I think, no, you've asked me what I eat, and I think,
yeah, so it depends on two things. Like you said, food is very important. It's like
yes.
I always say like 60-40. 60 food, even
Okay.
though we're doing this 40% working out and training and different things. Literally, food is the fuel. I always say water is my stamina, but without food, I'm not going anywhere. And then food is my building blocks. It's the reason that we classify things as superfoods or all these different categories we put foods in. So all my recommendation with food, substitute the best you can. Also, we live in different areas. It might not be a Whole Foods or Erewhon down the street from me. So in your area, and a lot of us travel. In your travels, in your area, in your current state, make the best choice. This is my recommendation with food. Make the best choice you can make in that space. If Erewhon is close and you can go there, go there. If it's only a Trader Joe's, perfect. Make the best choice based on where you at. Because sometimes you have this goal that's so, I'm only going to Erewhon. What happens when you travel? I'm only going to Whole Foods. I'm not eating this. What happens when it's not available? It's no green apples. What are you gonna do?
So I'm going to ask you a question. Do you ever eat, I call naughty foods? Would you ever go to In-N-Out Burger?
100% no.
Wow.
100% no.
Never.
Never. I have a client who lived next to a McDonald's, and she didn't answer. She was like, "I'm on the way. You can just go to the bathroom at McDonald's." And I said, "I can't go in that building."
No, I agree. McDonald's is a no.
But In-N-Out, I put them on the same
once in a while.
category.
Really? Even though they use better
They
ingredients?
do use better ingredients.
Yeah.
I salute In-N-Out for making them.
Once in a blue moon.
But
Have you ever had an In-N-Out?
I've never had In-N-Out.
Wait, you have never had an In-N-Out? Okay, well, don't. I recommend don't.
I recommend that.
Just don't do it. What you don't know can't hurt you.
That's true. But I've eaten. I used to sell McDonald's in high school. I know, crazy. You remember in some high schools you have like this study hall class. My teacher would let some of us leave, and I would go get McDonald's to sell for the rest of the day. So I feel like I'm like backtrack.
Oh, man.
I'm like, I owe the world not to go there again.
Yeah, you're like, I've paid my due.
dues.
I need to be non-sinful now and help people come out.
That's a large part of it.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
well, I mean, it is a really, McDonald's is, I mean, the oils stay in your body from the food
don't
forever.
go bad. So McDonald's is not even a bad example, which is one example. But like you asking, you like, hey, do you have cheat meals? And for me, a cheat meal is cooked food, period. I eat more superfoods, raw foods, and and hydrating food, a lot of fruits, a lot of H3O2, a lot of fruit waters, like what I have over there, a lot of algae, a lot of mushrooms. Like that's more of my focus and
Like
go-to.
psychedelic mushrooms?
No,
I'm
more
just joking.
adaptogenic mushrooms. Yeah, for sure.
Damn, I thought I was like, Gift is doing mushrooms. Cool. Okay,
Every
you don't
time I
do
say
in and
mu-
out, and you don't do mushrooms. Good. Well, I think you're on the right track. Definitely.
Why is because of my constitution, though. Remember, my granddad didn't die from psoriasis, but psoriasis largely impacted his death. He went to the hospital for psoriasis. They gave him a pill for the psoriasis that affected his kidney, and then he died. I grew up with eczema and psoriasis. It's no longer there. So it's not. It's beyond like I'm too good for in and out. It's more like I know the other side of it. You know what I mean?
And in all seriousness, absolutely. Suffering from lifelong asthma, you have to be on top of your food.
Yes, I'm like, yes. Then that's a large part of it. And I don't even have an asthma pump inhaler. I don't have, like, my food is my inhaler.
Yes. and even when you come and train me, I can hear it
sometimes you say that. You like, Gift, your asthma. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, he ate something funny the day before. That's what happened. And you can hear it because food can alter the way your bronchioles vasodilate and constrict. I mean,
100%.
food is medicine and medicine is food. So
I always say that food is like a credit score, meaning, or your body is a credit score. Your food affects it. Just how like every decision, everything you buy, every loan you get, your credit is changing. I'm like, every time you put something in your mouth, your score is changing, altering up or down, left or right. So you kind of got to make the choice. Like, do I want good credit?
right, I want good, food credit, and also soul credit, like meditation, and I feel like when you are moving and meditating, you're happier, and when you're 100%. Happier, you're also giving back to society and becoming a better person. So it's all kind of
all combined, conjoined.
Exactly. From PMS to perimenopause to menopause to postmenopause, I've lived through it all. And through every stage, one thing becomes clear. Hormone fluctuations change how our bodies regulate temperature, especially at night. When your body overheats, even slightly, it disrupts deep, restorative sleep. The kind of sleep your hormones, metabolism, and mood depend on. That's why I can't live without my Rani Lounge pajamas. Their advanced technology activates natural fibers, making the fabric moisture-resistant, naturally fresh, and ultra-breathable, allowing your body to stay cool and regulate temperature the way nature intended. Better temperature control means deeper sleep, better recovery, and a body that feels truly at ease. Whether at home or traveling, staying cool, fresh, and comfortable has never felt so effortless. Go to RaniLounge.com, that's RaniLounge.com, and use my code HealthyDoc15 and get 15% off your first order and experience sleep the way it was meant to be. So you're an actual boxer. I mean, that is also you're a pro boxer.
Yeah.
And so it's so much fun to box with you because you're just like, I mean, you don't miss a beat. What does it take to be a boxer for people listening out there that, want to take boxing or get into professional boxing? What would you tell someone?
Oh, I would tell someone what my mom told me. If you have a plan B, do it. But if you have the desire, do it. If it's in your heart, do it. So I was going to go pro at about 19. And my mom, she heard, I had pocket dialed, and I was training, and I was just with someone training, but not like his trainer. But my mom was listening on my phone in my pocket. I didn't know at the time. And she said, once I realized it, she said, I know you want to go like pro as a boxer. She said, but just listen to this. You have many gifts. You're not just a boxer. She said, if you were just going to be a boxer, go for it. She said, teach the mindset of a pro boxer to everyday people and watch you make equal more money, equal more opportunities, and watch you travel the world through this boxing. And I was like, she was like, if you don't listen to anything I've ever said in your life, take that, please, and listen. And roughly around then, I started training people. And then why I chose to go pro, you know who George Foreman is? You know the George Foreman grill?
Yes, the George Foreman grill.
Okay, well,
everyone had one of those at
everyone
one point
had
in their
them.
life.
I wonder how many he sold.
A lot, because it was me. My father was heavily into this George. Is it still around?
It's still around. Literally, so I work with his son.
Okay.
Currently at a craft boxing club, and when I was a kid, I was a chubby kid, but I could fight good, and so my nickname was Baby Foreman. And so now working with his son, when he transitioned, two things that made me go pro. I went pro a little late. I'm 34. Normally pros go from anywhere from 17 to 25-ish is like where people kind of go pro. You do all these amateur fights. I wasn't like a super amateur. I did like some exhibitions, but I decided to go pro because one, like my mom was saying, if it's in your heart, do it. And when he transitioned, he died a few months ago. And one of his things that changed me that he said was at 47 he felt his optimal. He felt his best. And I was like, I'm 34. I can still feel my best. So that was one of the reasons. His transition and my desire from, like I said, since I was, 17, like I was like, I still want that. I still want that pro lifestyle. Now, is it demanding? Yes. What it requires, all of you, 100% all of you. Head, toe, your family involved, emotions, finances. It's like literally everything you have to put into becoming. So it's not an easy transition, but if you want it, it'll be worth it if you want to go pro.
Yeah, and that's, I think that goes for anything in life,
For
right?
Totally anything.
For anything in life. Gift, if you were to, listeners out there, we know, I told you the statistics, the very sad statistic, and I was one of them at one point.
28%.
I'm highly allergic to exercise. I don't know.
You told me that the first day I met you.
I know. I said, and you're my
I
auntie.
said allergic is a strong word.
It's an allergy. Yeah,
It's an allergy.
I know. I'm being facetious. Yeah, because I really didn't enjoy it, and the only exercise I actually enjoy is Pilates.
Well, same. The reason I didn't want to be a trainer because I didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
That's boring. I was like, where's the? Like then it felt like nothing I could maintain and do continuously.
Right.
So that's why I combined the boxing, yoga, meditation, and affirmations. It's kind of always new, even if I got the same system, because it's such a ebb and flow of different things. It's kind of not one session. It's kind of like it's like I said, it's just something new that feels fun every time. And then with boxing, you can never master it.
no, yeah. That's like Pilates.
It's a lot. You can never
You
master
learn
it.
something new every single
Every
time, which is
time.
such.
I love Pilates.
Just such a gift. Not everyone is going to have a gift, like you. No one's going to have a trainer like you in their backyard or where they live. And so give us 3 tips for those listening that are really struggling to exercise. Like they're having a tough time keeping it consistent. Because I know you always say consistency.
The mother of skill.
It's the mother of everything. What are the 3 tips you can give people that are listening right now that can get started tomorrow on an exercise routine?
Literally write this down, put it on your fridge. Trampoline. I'm gonna say it. I can say that till I'm blue in the face. I always recommend, if you're a TV watcher, your trampoline and your remote and your TV, they need to be cohesive. So start with that. If you don't have money for a trampoline, walk every day. Don't park close to no market, to your workplace. Walk up. Don't take the elevator, take the stairs. Always do that substitute thing of movement where you don't have to have a gym membership and go and meet these people and change your life so much. Make minor adjustments with walking or bouncing. Secondly is food. I call them crutch foods. If you think about crutches, if you stay on crutches, you're going to be on crutches. If you throw the crutches, what happens? You're going to start to walk. And so the crutch foods, substitute one of them today. What's your crutch food? What's that food that's kind of in your way? You can't stop eating it. It's just cakes, pies, I don't know. You got a crutch food?
I mean, if I'm going to eat something that's not good for me, it's a chocolate chip cookie.
A chocolate chip cookie.
But it's not often.
Okay, so now
Once in a while.
it's hard to make a substitute, but we have YouTube University and Google University. Google alternatives for your crutch food. If it's pizza, start eating this. Start eating gluten-free. I don't know. So that's just an example. But substitute one for another. Whatever that crutch food is, start to substitute. So trampoline, substitute the crutch food. And then the third one is, like find your stillness. In that stillness, it's like all your answers are like coming to you. All your what to do next, it sometimes comes through movement. But if you just pause, it's almost like just how your car or your phone has to be still to find out where the GPS is going next. Like I said, we in the masculine movement, always going. Take a second and just be. Take 5 minutes, take 3 minutes, put a clock on, put a timer. Take a second to be still. Definitely could find some details of movement and substitute your food. That would be my main 3 things to go to.
Right, because you can exercise, but you need the food. Those are really, really good tips. I've built my entire clinical philosophy and even wrote a book called Younger Skin Starts in the Gut around one simple truth. If your gut isn't optimal, nothing else works. Genova Diagnostics GI Effects Test is the gold standard in functional stool testing, mapping your microbiome, digestion, inflammation, and nutrient absorption with clinical precision. It's a crappy job, but someone has to do it. And no one does it better than Genova. Visit genovaconnect.com and use my code HEALTHYDOC15 for 15% off your first stool test. I want to end off with something I ask everyone all the time.
Okay.
I'm curious as to what yours are.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, cheers.
Cheers to
My
life.
Vitamin C cocktail. Let's get some immune boosting. There's no sugar in here.
Wow. That's amazing.
Have you tried it before? I don't think you have.
Yes.
Okay.
And I gifted one to my mom. She enjoyed it.
Okay, good. I'll have to give her more.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, I always get curious as to whose love language is what. Do you know the 5 love languages?
Tell me if
So they're words of affirmation. So
Okay.
somebody's saying, "Oh, Gift, you're so amazing."
Okay.
And then there's acts of service. So
Okay.
like somebody like going to the grocery store to pick up your dry cleaning or pick up your boxing mitts because you forgot them.
Okay.
Quality time, having like one-on-one, somebody giving you their time, physical touch, getting hugs.
Okay.
Okay. And then the last one has your name in it,
Which is?
receiving gifts.
Ooh.
So how are you with receiving gifts? So which you can name, what are your love languages? What are the main ones? Okay, pick 2.
Pick 2. Okay. I would definitely say receiving gifts is nothing like a new something that you already have or already do or already. It's like a new pair of shoes. You wear shoes, but a new pair of shoes, you like.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So gifts likes gifts.
Gifts like gifts.
I mean, that would be awful if you didn't choose that one at this
So
stage.
definitely gift giving. And then what was the first one?
The first one is words of affirmation.
Huge. That's my love language. I'm sure hard drilled by my mom.
Right, that's right. It's from your mom.
But it feel like when you talk to yourself positive, it's almost a hug for me. It's an appreciation like you can't even measure of yourself, and you can do that for others. You can just
Yes.
it just like I said, it's just a warm blanket of words. so yes,
I like that. A
those would be
warm
my two.
blanket. Yes. My love language has changed over the years. It's
Change,
interesting. It does change from time to time.
Ebb and flow.
But I want all of them. Why can't
Yeah, that was my when you said pick 2. I was like,
I
okay,
was
we'll
curious
go.
as to what your top
But
2
those
was.
top
Well,
2.
having said that, I'm going to give you a gift. Actually, it's from
Wow.
Dante and I.
Okay, thanks, Dante.
So wait till you find out what it is. But I think you'll be all in there. I think you're really into this because we talk about this a lot, you and I,
Okay.
when I'm out of breath training with you.
Okay.
And now this is your payback. I'm going to make you do a poop test. It's a stool test. It's a 3-day stool test.
That's still says okay.
Yes. So it's by a company called Genova Diagnostics.
Okay.
They are the lab I've been using for over 20 years.
Perfect.
This checks your full microbiome. So it's
Wow.
going to like check, it has like boats in it where you collect. This is what Gift's going to be doing. He's going to be pooping in this and then collecting with this. Listen,
Okay.
poop is very sexy these days. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make poop
Make
sexy.
poop sexy,
It was
okay.
never sexy before, so
And
I can't
now
even
it
say
is.
make poop sexy again. But, like, listen, if your
But it's
gut is
information
healthy,
about
then everything works. Your
100%.
libido, so that makes you more sexy. Your skin, so
Yes.
I'm going to do, it's a 3 days.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're going to submit it to the lab, and then I'm going to get the results in 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then we're going to have a chat of what I found in your
my
gut
poop.
microbiome.
In my poop.
Who lives in there? Who's causing chaos? How we can optimize it. And guess what? It's going to help your asthma.
Wow.
Because where's most of your immune system? In your gut. So we're gonna treat you at the root cause. Listen, we're gonna get to the bottom of things, literally. So I'm really excited about this.
Thank you.
This is
Wow.
my gift to you.
Thank you.
Sorry, our gift to
All
you.
right. Thank
from
you, Dante.
Gift, it was such a pleasure to have you on the podcast today. Thank you for
Thank you,
showing up
thank you.
and for giving us all your wisdom.
100%.
It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Dante.